burgers for the second time and burgers for the third time this week because it's what we got. Mince, onion, 1 egg, some cheese. We got some coleslaw. We have some bread. We have some bread ends, like 1 bun left over at each. Some spices, panko, salt, pepper, MSG. Alright, so I just made it in one giant thing instead of making them into individual burgers. I've done a whole thing of bread, which has got some butter on it, is under the grill right now. Bread toast on the bottom. Burger, sauce, cheese sauce, tops on. Now I'm going to cut it and then everybody can get their meal. And if they want tomato or if they want coleslaw, they could put them on their individual burgers. It's the day before I get groceries, so it is what it is. We have tomato, we have cheese, we have Sayo crackers, we have packet of Oreos, we have carrot sticks, and these are like custard cream cookies. An apple, the exact same thing on this side except for with a pear. It's a home. I replied to comments on my videos. I had a little laid down. I worked out what we're doing for dinner. But since I was replying to comments, I was dealing with trolls, which is fine. It's part of the whole thing. And generally I don't let it get to me. I think, well, people take things out of context. I explain in the comments and then majority of the time everything's all good. Sometimes they're just nasty. Thankfully, most of the nasty ones are in my DMs and not like public. They generally don't do that in public, I guess because they don't want people to see that. But you know what really got me today? I usually don't even bother blocking them, but today I blocked them because generally I don't. I'll just let them comment. It's more engagement, so really you're just getting me paid. Anyway, the one that got me today was another content creator that makes similar content to me, like food bank hauls, grocery hauls, cheap meals, all of that. A smaller creator in my comment section trolling, saying ridiculous things. And at first I was like, well, maybe they just don't understand. But no, they live in Australia. They're supposedly, from their comments, they're a type 1 and 2 diabetic, which I didn't know was a thing, but potentially is. So they would know all about medical stuff and costs and all that. But no, yeah. So another content creator out there, and I don't agree with that. I feel like we should be lifting each other up. We should be supporting each other. There are content creators that I don't like I don't enjoy their content, but I'm not there making nasty comments. Like it's just not for me. And if I come across one of their videos, I give them a like and I scroll on. But yeah, so that's how my afternoon's going. I'm going to edit this video and then I'm going to make sausages and chips and vegetables for dinner because I had mince, 1.8 kilo mince in my order that was cancelled because it was out of stock. So meat-wise, all I have is sausages, which is fine. So I'm going to do sausages, chips, and veggies tonight. I'll probably do, I don't have potatoes, so I was going to do bangers and mash tomorrow night. I'll do curried sausages and rice tomorrow night, and then maybe sausage pasta for the third night. So sausages 3 nights, but like 3 different ways. So hopefully nobody will get sick of it. Mr. 3 needs you to see the first harvest, proper harvest of the yellow tomatoes from the garden. We have 5 yellow ones, which are about to disappear directly into his face. And then I'm making dinner, which will be peas, chips, onion rings, and sausages. And then for my partner, he's going to have dim sims instead of sausages. And it'll be a nice, quick, easy dinner. The chips and onion rings are on. The dim sims are about to go on in the Thermomix to steam. And then I'm going to put the peas in a pot to boil later. And then right at the end, I'll do the sausages. Alright, this is dinner. 2 dim sims for the little person. Chips, a couple of onion rings, and about half a cup of peas. We have the same for my daughter with a few more chips. We have the same for my son, but 3 dim sims and more chips, more onion rings, more peas. And then my husband is exactly the same. Everyone said that they want to see more positive content, so things that make me happy. This 99% sugar-free vanilla chai latte makes me very, very happy. It is so good. It's so good. And it's really warm, and it's something that I can have which is warm, which is hard because like I can't have the Optimum warm. I can have soups, but I get kind of over it. I can only have a small amount of that. So this makes me very, very happy, and it replaces my coffee and my tea. For those who didn't believe that you'd have a prescription med, so prescription only, I've blocked out my last name, and see if I can get it to focus. $78.99. Picked up today. That's my big med, my most important med, probably most expensive, definitely, but it probably has the most effect on all of my GI symptoms, because without it basically nothing works. But proof for the haters in the comment section. To answer a few questions, I don't have a healthcare card, so the prices that I give you is because I don't have a healthcare card. I still get the PBS, like a PBS price, but I don't get a healthcare card price. I'm not a pensioner. I don't have a low income. I don't receive an income support payment. I do not have a healthcare card, so that's why my meds are $200 a month. Also, I figured we'd talk about goals. I've already talked about it before, but I figured it's worth an update in case people missed it. My goals right now is hubby's back at work. He's getting paid. The first week they weren't sure exactly how much to pay him, so they just paid him a flat 1,000, which is like 38 hours, which is what we usually get paid. So that was nice and easy. We did have a few expenses pop up. His license expired, so we had to pay for that, which was, I think, off the top of my head, $125 for that. And there was another thing that I can't remember right now, but if I remember, I'll tell you. Goals is obviously pay for everything, and then saving for a car is my main priority right now, because I need to be able to leave this house. It's driving me mental, and everything taking like a 5-hour trip to go and do like something 20 minutes away, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. Grateful, but a pain in the butt. So having a car to be able to just pop 20 minutes away and, you know, be able to access everything would be amazing. So that is my goal right now. Most of the ones I'm looking at that seem to fit the criteria that we need, which, if you don't remember, is must be able to fit a wheelchair in the back, must have working air conditioning, must be able to fit 3 kids across the back, including a car seat. Some of the ones we were looking at, like, they're technically a 5-seater, but the middle seat is like, and I have a car seat and then 2, like an 11 and a almost 9-year-old, so they're not getting smaller, they're getting bigger. So must be able to fit them across the back, must have working air conditioning, must be semi-reliable, so like has I'm gonna get it checked, but like something reliable, something that doesn't cost a fortune to repair. So far I've heard that Mazdas cost quite a bit for any repairs. Something like the Mitsubishi Outlander or the Nissan Pathfinder are the ones that we've been looking at, and I'm hoping to only pay sort of 10 max is where I'm looking. I'm trying to save up 10k to do that, so we'll see how that goes. Then 3k for a computer. Why so much? Because it needs to be able to process videos. It is taking forever to process videos at the moment. But like, so speaking to somebody about everything I need, they've priced it out at about 3k. Also, I need a monitor because mine's an all-in-one. I need a certain amount of RAM, graphics card, and some, I don't know, SSD and all that. I don't know, there's a big list of the minimums that I need, and they said to aim for 3k, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to aim for 3k. So 10k for a car-ish, maybe slightly more, slightly less, depending. I also want that to cover rego and basic insurance, and roadworthy and all that. And then 3k for a computer. Then emergency fund, like at the same time. What I was saying was, obviously the emergency fund comes before the computer, but I'm going to try and save both, because I figure if I'm saving for both and an emergency comes up, I'll just use all the savings. But also, if I don't have a computer and I can't process videos, then I lose a chunk of my income. So it's like, yeah, so that's the plan. Car first, emergency fund / computer / the IV infusion is going to be free now, but I still have a few medical expenses coming up. I still have the, not colostomy, colonoscopy is due in September. I've put off my endoscopy from May, so I need to do that as soon as I get my car as well, which is $500 for the endoscopy, $750 for the colonoscopy. And then I have a few other things coming up, and I also want to set aside, I need to sit down and work out how much, but I need to set aside like a fund, because I'm potentially having some surgery coming up, and my husband will need to take off work to watch the kids and do all that while I'm having surgery. So I need to like put aside an amount of money to cover like rent and all that, and the lost wages for that. So I'm still working out some of those goals, but those are my rough goals that I have at the moment. Now we're sort of through the chaos of the lost job. Now we have a job. Now we're going to have consistent income coming in. Yes. So that is the plan as of right now. I'm still doing Q&A stuff, so if you got questions, pop them down below and I will answer them. Yeah, I will catch you in the next video.
Down so bad, I can't say enough. She pull up with that new thing. Please don't fall in love, 'cause I